Yo, what's going on, guys? I hope you guys are all well. We're gonna be talking some Knicks. I'm with my man Chef Zay here. I'm excited to talk Knicks with him. Not a lot of good things at all. You could
And trust
say,
me, it won't be.
like our big positive went down last night, of course, which is the biggest Knicks thing ever. But you excited, Isaiah?
Yeah, yeah, man. Let's get it popping, man. I'm really excited to talk some Knicks with you, bro. Um, Look, we're probably gonna. I'm probably gonna dig in more than you because
Yeah.
I'm just I had a few things that's been on my mind since last night because this was to me the lowest point of the season. This has been the lowest point.
hmm
This has been the lowest point.
Yeah, and what's up to Warren in the chat? He says, "I'll help pack Tibbs' suitcase. Why did you leave RJ Barrett in when he was down by 17 points? Now he sprained his ankle. Thanks a lot, Tibbs." Yeah, I just thought of Derrick Rose honestly when that happened,
I
and I
think
just
we,
wasn't surprised.
yeah, I think we all did, bro. And it's just, to be honest, man, that it really bothered me a lot, and it only bothered me because it's like, look, I know we all say he's stubborn, but to me, that was just that's just
Selfish,
it's, yeah, yeah,
stupid.
selfish stupidity. For you to be an NBA coach, and for you to look, you talk about you never got married, you love the game so much,
Yeah,
you can't, you don't have time for kids, you don't have time for anything else but basketball. But for me, it's just like for you to endanger your best player. He is our best player. To endanger your best player for a meaningless game when the game is already over. We're down 13 or something. It was like with a minute left. You're not. There's no way, bro. I'm sorry. We don't have T Mac on this team to get us 13 points, and like
yeah,
we don't. We just don't have nobody on the team like that. For you to endanger RJ like that, and then he's most likely not going to play tomorrow,
hmm
probably. Um, for you to do that, man, is just to me, like you said, it was just selfish. I just can't believe an NBA coach would actually do that to a star player. I, I
yeah.
just, I
It's
just, I just couldn't believe it when I saw that. It's just unbelievable.
yeah, and I just thought like when we first acquired Tibbs, we knew this scary part. Like this was definitely the deficiency in Chicago, playing the starters too many minutes, very
Yep.
stubborn. But the thing I took away from this is he hasn't learned his lesson at all. Like
No.
I thought a perfect way, like I described him in my video, was he's a freaking psychopath. It seems like I'm not gonna say he doesn't have feelings for these players, but he just does the stupidest things ever. Like I can't defend at all. It was just like I don't want to say I don't want to say I didn't see it coming, but it's just like oh, it's just had me scratching my head. But we have Pudge in the chat. What's going on?
Hey, what's
King
going on,
Jaw.
Pudge?
Yeah, what's going on? How are you doing, man? King Jaw says I want Mark Jackson.
No, you don't.
I feel like it's it's mostly because of I don't think it's coaching. I don't think it's basketball. Why he doesn't have a job? Like I
No,
don't
it's
want to.
it's definitely yeah. I know what you're. Trust me.
Yeah, we don't
If
have to
he
get into it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I know people. I know that some people want Mark Jackson. I know I'm not coming at you, King J, because I know a lot of people that want Mike Jackson. But I'll tell you this: for anybody that wants to read a good article, I think it was on Posting and Toasting. I think
hmm
I think it's an article again with Mark Jackson and just a list. It is a list. It goes back to him when he was playing in the Utah Jazz. That's how far it goes back
Wow.
to the things that he was doing. Um, Look, we get it. You know, he helped the Golden State Warriors. They were a defensive team, but we got to make something very clear, man. Steve Kerr unlocked them. Steve Kerr, had Curry get off the ball. He had Draymond Green run the offense through him. So I mean, look, I think Mark Jackson's a good guy. Well,
Yeah.
no, yeah, but
No.
I think I think he's an okay guy. But will he get a coach job one day? Maybe, but it's just not for the Knicks, man. I think they shouldn't do that. And now, me personally, and this was what I wanted originally. I wanted Kenny Atkinson.
Me too.
That's what I truly really wanted. And I mean, I wasn't too mad at this because I thought Thibs learned his lesson, but I thought for what the Knicks were doing with the guys that we had, I thought Kenny Atkinson was a better choice just to help out through offensively, which I still think he can be one day eventually. Because I don't think, sadly, this won't be the year that Thibs on hot seat. I think next year will definitely be Thibs' hot seat season. If we play bad or we continue this whatever this is going on, I
Yeah.
think that's most likely going to happen. But we'll see, man. We'll see.
And I think the even more frustrating thing about Tibbs is like these post game like press conferences. Like he's not holding himself accountable. He thinks he's doing nothing wrong at all. Like,
Oh, this is giving me Joe Judge vibes, bro.
oh no, I put like something on Twitter. I think it was a few days ago. We treated Tom Thibodeau like Bill Belichick last year, and now he's like Joe Judge this year.
Oh, 100%, man. Because like I mean, last year, but I mean, look, man. Last year you believed in it. I believed in it. I believe. Now,
Hmm.
don't get me wrong. There were things I still didn't like that he was doing. Like last year, he was still playing RJ and Randall a lot of minutes, which
Hmm.
again, that's just a lot. And, well, on a side note too, I hate that. We got to stop treating these guys like 2K players, man. Like
Yeah.
with the fatigue off. And I get we all play with the fatigue off when you play against your boys.
Hmm.
But listen, man, I was having this argument on Sim's show. Shout out to Sim and all them guys, MBK, and shout out to Gamble and Leaks the
Subscribe to
podcast.
them.
Yes, sir. Subscribe. Nah, screw them, yo. You get all the subscribes. Nah, I'm kidding. But no, the thing is, man, look, RJ, yes, we get it. RJ's 21. We all know he's young, but dude, he's human.
Hmm.
He's gonna break down. You're asking this dude. We played a boatload of games in these past. We've had only one day off, and those one days we travel.
Hmm.
So it's not like we're getting 2 days off, or we travel the night of the game, the night we played the game, and then we chill out for a day and then practice. No, we're doing literally Saturday we faced the Lakers. RJ played 50 minutes. Sunday, so probably Saturday night or whatever, we packed our bags, left. Saturday, Sunday we chilled. Monday we got the Utah Jazz. Then we have a back to back, and it's like, bro, what do you want? And then still RJ plays 43, I think like 40 something minutes, and then in this game he plays like 30 something minutes
Yeah,
or something like that.
a
So
lot
I
of
think
stuff.
I think he's played. I think someone put it out. I think he's played 104 minutes
That's just
in 5 games.
so stupid.
That's the equivalent if you really be real. So let's say 'cause I think RJ Barrett like averages like 33 minutes a game or something, like 35 minutes. Dude, that's still what? So you played about an extra game
Hmm.
within those games that you played. So
Yes.
so it's just crazy, man. And your body's gonna break down. And I said that during one of Sim's pre-shows that he's gonna break down. And everyone's like, "No, he's 21. He's 21. He's fine. He's a younger dude." Some of you guys haven't played sports. I get it. It is tiring
Hmm.
to keep playing sports. And like, when you're young, yeah, you could play like games, but you're asking him, and then also you're asking RJ to take the biggest assignments, the biggest defense assignments. He had to guard LeBron on Saturday, and then get a day of rest, and then guard Donovan Mitchell, on the and
Big guys too.
yeah, it's not like it's not like Donovan. I mean, I know Donovan Mitchell's shorter than RJ, but dude's a little muscular, so it's like it's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. It's just so frustrating for him to go, and not like we won those games either. There's always something that you could defend with Tibbs if we won.
Yeah,
Like Tibbs just seems like a moron, or he is a moron with
yeah,
his methods when you lose, but when you win, you're okay with it. Like you push it
yeah,
all aside.
yeah. I
Um,
think. Oh,
go ahead.
yeah, I think, man, this Tibbs magic is just it just ran out, man. This and again, to me, there were signs of it last year where it was like people put it on the back burner because we were winning. When
Hmm.
it was like, yo, no, look, stop. I mean, I get it, right? When you win and you pick stuff, you're called negative. Trust me, I've heard it all. You're negative and you're all these other things. But it's like, bro, we're saying these things because you can't just look. You can't just be in the present. You got to look into the future. And when you see some things that Thibs are doing, like again, last year, I think RJ was leading the league in minutes besides James Harden.
Yeah.
And you see all these things, man. It's like, yo, these things are gonna add up. These things you want RJ to have a 15-year career, 16-year career. Hopefully, God willing, with the Knicks, all with the Knicks. But you don't want him to burn out by 27 or 28 with bad knees and little knick-knack injuries because you want to play him. You want to play him in garbage time minutes of a blowout. Like, dude, like read the room, bro. It's like, and to me, this has been dropping the ball this whole season of just yes. Like, I mean, I watched your video today. Shout out to your video. The video was really great.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
your
Thank you.
videos, man. You're my spirit animal, bro. I'm not
I
gonna lie.
appreciate it. I
You're
appreciate
my
it.
spirit animal because you be feeling. You be making me feel the way I be feeling all the time. But no, man. Like you said earlier, man. It's like he has no offensive feel for nothing. Like you take a player out when it's hot, or you keep a lineup that were just getting mollywopped for like 7 minutes straight. It's
Yeah,
like, bro, can you not feel for somebody that's so entwined with basketball, that's so
yeah, he's
all
married
this.
to it. He's
Oh
married
yeah,
to it.
that gets me like I hate that so mad that you're married to the game, but you just can't recognize things, and it's like people. I know people wonder, but this is why he got fired twice.
Hmm.
This is why. I think Minnesota was a little more deep because he was the GM and or he was the president and the coach.
And the players called him out and stuff like that.
Yeah. That was a little more deeper than Chicago. I think Chicago just ran its course when D Rose and all those guys got a little bit older. But there's a reason why this dude got fired. And look, this might be his last job as a head coach.
He's starting to become outdated. Like, it's just like, I know there's going to be people in the chat, like, we made the playoffs last year and all that. So, and there's also going to be the people that are like, then who are we going to hire? We've been bad for so long. You brought us to the playoffs for the first time in 8 years. But that was actually one of my questions for you. Or like, what's your message to those fans out there saying, we can't fire another coach? Like, we just do it so much. I say, like, just to give a quick answer, these coaches have to stop giving us reasons, like, to fire them. Like, they just do really dumb
Yeah.
stuff.
Hey, look, man, my boss, one of my old bosses from my old job, gave me one of the best quotes ever. He said he's never fired nobody. They fire themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And look, I know some Knicks fans are like, "Oh, we can't. This is the chaoticness. This is just this is us not being consistent. This is just us being the same old Knicks." No, there's a difference, right? You have a front office, like them or hate them. I mean, right now I'm kind of, but that's a whole nother video. Like them or hate them, we have a front office. We have established front office. I feel like they have a plan about what they want to do. And if this isn't the guy, go get your guy. It is kind of weird because when we hired Leon, he hired Thibs, but hey, some things just don't work out, man. Look, and I know this was Thibs' dream job. I know this was I know he's been a Knicks fan his whole life.
Yeah.
He got to coach with the '90s Knicks and the early 2000 Knicks with Jeff Van Gundy. Is it Jeff? No, that's Stan. Stan's the fat one. But we love you, Stan. But no, man, look. I get this is your dream job, but right now you're not doing good at it. You're really not. It's like you're very you're very just. Oh, it's just really hard, man. Because it's like
There's so many bad things.
It's just so many bad things, man. It's just like the offense doesn't look good. You're not giving some of these young guys chance. It's like, look, and I know people killed me about this argument, but man, when you see teams like the Memphis Grizzlies, you see teams like you see a team like that, right? And the Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Granted, yes, I know the Cavs had top 5 picks. Yeah. So you go for a second, bro.
No, you're all good. But the comment here, Cam Reddish really should get some time. That's another thing. Like, again, I'm not saying Tibbs is going to be fired this season. I don't know when he'll be fired, but I think he'll be fired at some point because Leon Rose doesn't go out there, trade for Cam Reddish, and he barely plays. I know there is a log jam, but then you could say the same thing about Obi. But there was even a report that came out and said that Tibbs didn't even want Reddish. Like, that's just unacceptable if that is true. Like, the front office, the coaches, everyone's supposed to be on the same page. And there's not going to be chemistry on the court. There's not going to be any communicating. There's not going to be an identity on the basketball court or this basketball team when there's not an identity when it comes to the front office. Like, it starts from the top, like, at the end of the day. Cam Reddish really, yeah, I'm taking him to the bus myself. We should have gotten Tibbs, period, during the interview process. And another thing of we shouldn't have gotten Tibbs, period, during the interview process. It's been discussed through another thing of, I don't know what you're saying there at the end. We know when Mark Jackson, yeah. Tibbs just doesn't fit our timeline. I agree. There's a lot more that goes into it, though. Tibbs is a first impression type of coach. You like him at first, but his weakness becomes more apparent as the season continues. He wears the fans out just like he wears out his players. Trade Randall, fire Tibbs, and rebuild the real way. I agree. Everyone's saying I don't want to rebuild, like again, but we've never rebuilt the right way. We still haven't done it. If you rebuild the right way, rebuilding the right way, you don't have Alfred Payton on your team and Reggie Bullock on your team in the playoffs. Because you know what that means? If you have Alfred Payton starting, if you have Bullock starting, like if you have those guys starting for you in the playoffs, what's that mean? You're not drafting right. And
what you saying? What you saying, bro?
oh, I was just talking about like a lot of people say like, oh, I don't want another rebuild. Well, we wouldn't have to keep having these rebuilds if we knew how to build a team right.
Oh yeah, I mean, piggyback what you're saying. Look, we could have been the Memphis Grizzlies and the Cavaliers, without having the top 10 picks, because besides the Memphis Grizzlies, look, Cavs, yes, they had 2 top 10 picks. They had Garland and Evan Mobley, who's that dude is amazing, man. Mobley's amazing.
Yeah.
But for example, for the Memphis Grizzlies, right? I mean, this Dylan. I forgot what Dylan Brooks was, and I forgot what the other. What's the other guy's name?
Are you thinking of Desmond Bain?
No, yeah, I know. I was gonna say Desmond Bain, but I know because Guillermo. Listen,
Brandon Clark.
Yeah, Brandon Clark and all those guys.
He was later, I think.
Who was Dylan Brooks? It was Dylan Brooks. It was another light skin wing dude. Who's the one that RJ always guards and he always gets pissed off and he guards him? Is that Dylan Brooks?
It's Dylan Brooks is light skin, so
yeah, yeah, he is. No, but look, right? I forgot where Dylan Brooks was ranked. I forgot where he was picked. I know Brandon Clark was like a later pick.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I guess okay. They do have Jared Jackson. I can't. Okay.
Jared Jackson. He was a high pick. Yeah.
He's a top 5. I had high hopes for Jared Jackson. I thought
but he was kind of like a project coming out. Like
yeah. So but look, right? Those guys, for the most part, I mean, if you want to count Jared Jackson top 5, well, he was a top 5 pick, I think. But when you got those guys, right? You got those guys. They have attitude. They got swag. God, I hate saying I sound like an old man when I'm saying this, but they got swag, man. Just when they're on the court, they could be anybody, right? They have the talent. I mean, of course, yes, Ja Morant, yes, that is the biggest. That kid is playing like an MVP. Lord have mercy. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. He's looking like he might be the MVP. Might. He has definitely a good chance. But when you have these guys, right? They're young. They're not scared of nobody. They don't back down. They play hard. They play good. Great defense. And they have everything that us Knicks fans have been craving for. And to me, this is where I hate this whole thing with Thibs about he needs veterans. Why? You got teams like the Cavs and teams like the Memphis Grizzlies. And yes, granted, for every team like that, you do have you have the Oklahoma City Thunder. But their whole thing is tanking. They want to tank.
Yeah.
You got the Orlando Magic. You got those kind of teams. But when you have teams like the Cavs and the Memphis Grizzlies, where these are young teams and they got dudes that are just not, they drafted well.
Yeah.
Look, we love Obi. We appreciate Obi, but dude, I think for the majority of the fan base didn't want him when he was drafted. I mean, I looked at all the videos that
I didn't.
I didn't either. I think I'm almost guaranteed that Sim and Guillermo, I know they didn't want them. I mean, me personally, me and Guillermo wanted Devin Vassell. We wanted Devin Vassell. I forgot, who did you want?
I wanted Devin Vassell, freaking Killing A.
Yeah. Oh, look, I'm not gonna lie to you. After Frank, I was really good on the Frenchman. I was really good. I do know some people did want Killing Hayes. I wasn't opposed to it. I was just okay. We don't need no French guard right now.
Yeah.
But like I said, I wanted Devin Vassell or Tyrese Halliburton. I really wanted LaMelo. I'm not gonna lie, LaMelo.
Oh, of course.
I wanted. You know how bad I wanted him to tank his value.
Oh my. With the interviews and all that, yeah.
Oh my God, I wanted his dad to be like, because you know what's funny? His dad did want him to go to the Knicks.
Makes sense for LaMelo and him. We know with his marketing and all that. Of course, he wants to see him go to the big market.
Yeah, he did. He did want him to go to the Knicks, and Jesus Christ, I wanted him to take his value so bad. But that was kind of after a while, I knew that was kind of out of reach. But I did want either Devin Vassell or Tyrese.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I don't know if this was the player talking about Zaire Williams. Maybe he was killing us.
Oh yeah, see, but he was. Oh my gosh, because freaking Kemba Walker was on him.
But go ahead. I don't want you to forget.
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah. I was big on Devin Vassell or I'm not gonna lie. I thought I followed Devin Vassell on Instagram. I was like, no, we gonna get this dude. I'm gonna follow him on Instagram. Nah, but Yeah, man, it's Cole Anthony. See, I was scared of Cole Anthony
Me
because I
too.
thought Cole Anthony was a chucker, and I
Kind of
thought it was
still
gonna be.
is.
He is. I was scared because I'm like, nah, he's gonna be one of those like volume point guards that's gonna be more
Hmm.
like he's gonna have those nights. But I was more scared with him to pair him with RJ because I'm like, we do not need a volume shooting backcourt. We don't need that. I wasn't a big
Yeah.
fan of Cole Anthony, but I just again I feel bad for Obi because I just think Obi just if he was on the Cavs or something like that, I think it'd be way better for him. But just on here, man, it just hasn't worked out, man. It just hasn't worked out. It's just unfortunate because just to me the draft thing has just been bad. You know what's corny though? I will say
But
though, bro. Now I'm seeing people like they're going back to the 2014 draft and be like,
oh, the redraft. Oh, don't even start with. I hate that
I
shit.
no,
Oh
that
my.
one pissed me off because I'm like, fam, no one knew who Joker was. I don't want to. Don't like
We
this.
should
Like,
have taken Devin Booker at 4 instead of Porzingis.
yeah, it's like shut up. Nobody, no. First, yeah, that's another one. Then I hate when they be like, yo, we should have took Donovan Mitchell. I swear to God, I know nobody that talked about Donovan
Should
Mitchell.
have took Shea. We should have took everyone.
I think I knew like one person that was like, yo, Donovan Mitchell's gonna be nice. I was like, who? Oh, this the
Yeah.
kids from Louisville. I'm like, okay. But when people say that, and then I seen people like I seen a post where someone's like Clay Anthony early, then it said Joker, and I'm like, fam, you come on, you did it. You don't pay. I know you don't pay attention to the second round, so like, shut up. But yeah, I think I don't know. This year, just Obi was a big flop. I won't say big flop, but it just wasn't it. RJ, I don't care what nobody said. People are gonna stop it. RJ is becoming his own, so. You could argue me Garland, but I'm not gonna let you argue me Tyler Hero. I'm sorry, I don't care. Tyler Hero, look, I get it. He can score, but his role. See, I hate when people do that because his role is completely different.
It's way more simplified. They actually know how to use them.
Yes,
Yeah.
and he's really, if you want to be technical, he's really maybe what third. He's a third option. He's the third option on the team.
Comes off the bench. He's 6
He
men.
comes off the bench. So, like, people like don't argue me that I would have took Tyler Hero over RJ. No.
Yeah.
Only one you could argue me with is Garland. That's the only one.
Yeah, Garland's very nice. Like I respect what the Cavs are doing. I don't think anyone expected the Cavs to look like this. But I understand where Tibbs comes from with the veterans, but there's not a crazy amount of veterans on the Grizzlies. Like they're a young team, but they still have their guys like Steven Adams. Like
dude,
he has
Steven Adams is 28.
But he's still like a huge part of like the chemistry. I'm not talking about like play on the court. I'm just talking about
yeah.
To keep them like molded together. But yeah, the draft's so important, especially for this team. Like I'm off of we're getting this big guy in free agency. Like I don't even care about the cap space anymore because I'm like, are we really gonna get that guy? Like he may end up re-signing. He may end up signing the Supermax like before that even free agency comes. It seems like we never make a big time splash. So we have to build throughout the draft. We have to develop our young guys. And I'm not even talking about tanking for a top 5 pick because we see these other teams, like they draft in the second round or they're drafting like with the 20th pick, but they still manage to give those guys minutes and play them throughout their strengths and give them roles.
Yep.
And I wasn't a fan of Knox. I wasn't a fan of Frank.
No, I was pissed off.
At all. But did we ever put them in the position to be successful at all?
No, we never did.
Like we fail our players like over and over again. It's just a constant theme. And I feel like as long as Tibbs is here, he's not into playing the young guys. Like people don't want to hear, but young guys are gonna make mistakes before they're successful in the league. And you having such a short leash on players, young players, that just limits your ceiling as a basketball team. It just does. Like we're never gonna have a consistent winner if we don't draft well, if we don't develop young guys. Even look at the Raptors. Most of their young guys were in the freaking G League.
Yes.
And, like, there's just no excuses at all. Like, if you're a good team, you find ways to carve out roles for these players, and the Knicks just don't do that. Like, you shouldn't be building your team throughout free agency.
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine, I'm not saying we wouldn't went to the finals, but just imagine if we found a way to draft well. Like, we wouldn't be in this position at all. We still have questions. We still haven't found a damn point guard. We still are missing, like, another wing. I like Reddish. But we still kind of don't know what he is. Like, he's still raw as a player. Mitch, we don't know what's going to happen with him. Like,
and
there's still more questions than answers, but go ahead.
No, I agree with you, man. See, if you if you draft well, you like you said, you don't have to worry about those other things, right? Because I'll go back. Look, I'll be honest with you. 2017, I wasn't really paying much attention to the draft that year. Like I should have been. I mean, I remember Lonzo Ball and all those guys, but I was like, okay, Frank, I kind of got on that train. But I will say, going back to 2018, I could have told you straight up, don't take Kevin Knox. Don't take that dude.
I
That
don't
dude,
want him.
no, not at all, 100%. I mean, Mikal Bridges was right there, and it's always
Don't get
pisses
me
me.
started.
I know that you know what's crazy? Out of all the ones, that pisses me off because I knew.
Because he's a glue guy. Like,
yes,
he's just a plug and play guy. Like, we wouldn't have failed him. Like,
no,
that was
you couldn't. And it's crazy because you couldn't. You couldn't have messed them up. And again, right, this is when you had Steve Mills and all these idiots that you go based off of freaking practice rather than game tape on whatever. But I mean, again, right, 2019, you can't. That's RJ. That's easy. 2020 again, just to me, that Obi had way too many red flags. Now, I don't want to keep doing the what ifs because it's over. We already drafted him, but Obi had way too many red flags. Obi was already 23. Obi was 23 as a sophomore. Sorry, that's just a big red flag. I'm sorry, bro. And he was right. Garland was terrible his first season. He still was. But look, right, it's just if you get Mikal, listen, just imagine if you had Mikal Bridges, RJ Barrett, Tyrese Halliburton, Mitch, and you can still have Randall. Dude, are you kidding me? Right? I promise you, Clutch, we're a top 4 team in the East. Top 4 team in the East.
We would be in the position the Grizzlies are. We would be in the position the Cavs are. I was excited last year, but I was excited in the moment. Like, I wasn't excited like, oh, we're going to be good for the next 5 years. If I'm a Grizzlies fan, if I'm a Cavs fan, I know the Pacers, they blew it up. But for them to get, like, Halliburton.
First of all.
Actually, should we get into that?
Yeah, we can. Look, I am so sorry, King fans, that you have to deal with this.
Oh, my
Because, look, I know we complain about Knicks fans, but Jesus Christ. Being a Kings fan must be the worst. It has to be top 5 American sports just misery. In all of North American sports. Being a Kings fan is terrible. Like, I read some of the comments. One comment was like, how did the Knicks not get on Halliburton? I think nobody knew. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it was so, and this is how stupid the Kings are. I think it was so obvious that you don't trade Halliburton that no one would ask you to trade Halliburton.
Yeah.
That's how, bro, he's averaging 14 and 7 on like 46%.
And he's on a rookie deal. Like,
he's only making $4 million.
That's so, and he's better than Fox. I don't in my opinion. I think
no, I agree. See, people are trying to say, like I read somebody comes like, oh, he's not better than Fox. No. Fox can't shoot. People are complaining. Well, first of all, people are complaining about Tyree's shot form is weird. No, it's not. Bro, okay, Shawn Marion was weird. It went in. It's not about the form. It's about if it goes in or not. And I know some people that go, oh, gotta have the Klay Thompson perfect shoulders. Nah, bro, no. If it goes in, it goes in. Yeah, dude. Kings are just. When I read that, I was like, okay, the Kings and Pacers. I was like, oh, they finally got rid of Sabonis. I'm thinking they're gonna swap for Fox. When that junk said Tyrese Halliburton, I'm like, wait. So the crazy thing is, when I read it, I'm like, okay, the Pacers must have gave up multiple picks, bro. No picks, or I think like 1 pick, and I'm like, yo, the Kings are just, oh god.
But I think Turner might stay now. I think Turner would be a good fit with Halliburton and Chris Duarte. Like, I actually liked him. I didn't care about his age really because I thought he was a guy that was definitely on the Knicks radar, which he was, but he obviously went earlier. But
you know what pisses me off?
What?
The year we get the quote unquote NBA ready player, Obi, he's not ready.
But he's not ready, yeah.
But Durant is that year's NBA ready player, and he's ready. I'm like, yo, the Knicks can't catch a break, yo. Like, oh my god, man.
Yeah, Obi was interesting to me. I didn't think he was as ready as other people thought, but obviously when you take a look at his age, look at his stats, see him do these dunks, like it's gonna trick you. But you watch him play, like he had no post moves at all.
No.
Like he shot it well from three, but it was on a very small sample size.
I think it was like 1 or 2 attempts a game or something like that.
Yeah, like when he was drafted at 23 years old, he's 24 now, right?
Yes.
I think he is 24. So I used to call him like a 23-year-old project because like it wasn't a finished product to me. Like he was a late bloomer, but I respect Obi. Like at least he tries out there on the floor. I know that's like.
No, I mean, look,
he's taking effort at this point. Like we've seen Randall this year just not give a shit. So, but go ahead.
Yeah. Don't get me started on that, dude. But yeah, look, I don't know what we're gonna do, man, with Obi, man. I mean, to me at this point, just trade him. I think you can still sell somebody on his upside.
Yeah,
I think you can because I don't know, it's just Obi, I don't know, man. Obi just doesn't do it for me, bro. I just think we can put our efforts in somewhere else in a different position, and also, of course, clearly point guard position. But we'll see.
Yeah, I agree with you, Baldwin. That's the only way the Knicks could develop this team right now. Like, it's just it sucks we can't get the big name free agent. We have to take the longer approach, but it's just what we have to do. It's what we have to do.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, too, man. I think. See, I feel like, man, if we had Kenny Atkinson with this team, I think we'll be better. I really think we'll be better. I think we'd be a lot better if we had Kenny Atkinson on the team. You know, with the offense, with a more offensive-minded coach, a more younger coach. Bum Bamba. Hey, he had that one great song, though. That great song. It was a great song.
Seeing how terrible. Wait, let's get into the players a little bit, because we hate who's starting right now for the Knicks. We hate the starting lineup, but I don't. When I sat back and thought about it, because those reports already came out that Tibbs isn't holding everyone accountable. He held Obi accountable, RJ, Kemba, like he called out RJ when it came to his play in a press conference. But it'd be even worse. Like I mentioned in my video, we had Kemba start. He benched him. And then he came back, played well. Now he's back to life. Could you imagine if he benched him again? Like I think Tibbs has just dug himself into like such a huge hole right now. Like he doesn't know what he's doing. It's just a complete mess.
Yeah, I will say this though. To be fair to Tibbs, I think benching him was his plan.
Mm-hmm.
Then putting him back was the front office plan. I'll be fair to him about that. Is that I think that's what happened. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. That Kemba thing is just it's disgusting. It just pisses me off, man, because it's like I don't know. Kemba's so bad.
It sucks.
It makes me appreciate Evan Fournier, and that's how bad it is.
Yeah, Fournier's been pretty well lately. Oh wait, have we not addressed this guy? Because I feel like he always slides under the radar because he's always been a decent player in his career. And I was talking to my friend about him. I was like, how has Alec Burks never found a stable home? It's because he's so damn inconsistent. He has nights. It's like, oh my gosh, this guy could be a glue guy. He plays hard out there. He makes big time shots. Then he has nights like he doesn't. It looks like he's not even out there on the floor. And I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Another stupid thing about Tibbs, plays him at point guard. Makes no sense at all. You can't make a proper read. Like, and Burks, like, I don't know what goes through his head when it comes to his shot selection. When he just, like, forces a shot at the basket, like a random off one leg, just, like, contested jumper. Like, I appreciate what he did last year, but this free agency, like these re-signings have just been awful. Noel, I'm done with him. I can't stand watching Noel play basketball anymore. Like, his defense has been overrated this year. Evan Fournier has been inconsistent. He's been better lately. When we re-signed Taj Gibson, he should have just retired. I appreciate what Taj Gibson brings to this team with veteran leadership, but I really don't understand why he's still on this team. Derrick Rose is hurt. Just everything that could have went wrong has like gone wrong when it came to free agency. It's just been very bad. There's barely any positives to take away. RJ playing well lately is a positive. It's just so bad.
Yeah, so I'll say this. So real quick too. So if anybody wanted to think Randall was going to the Kings for Barnes, that ain't happening. Kings plan on keeping Barnes, which I don't know what the Kings are doing.
They don't even want Randall.
I don't even know what the
Barnes.
Kings are doing, man. But see, but again though, clutch. This is what, and I want to say this run on the front offense after the trade deadline because I want to go in if nothing happens. But look, right, I was comfortable during the offseason of letting Noel walk so he can go get his bag.
Same.
I was truly comfortable letting Burks walk because, bro, he's a journeyman. This is why he's a journeyman. You don't give him, you give him long. Listen, you give Alec Burks 1 year because he's gonna play good because he wants his next 1 year.
Yeah.
So he's gonna play good. He's gonna give you the inconsistent minutes, but he's gonna play good. You let him get comfortable now. And again, Thibs has not put him in the best position to be a point guard. He is a spark plug off the bench. That is what he's supposed to do. So I will be fair to him on that end that he is out of position because he's not a point guard. Because bro, if I see one more time a player's cutting and he misses him, I'm gonna lose my mind.
It was bad last
dude,
night.
it is bad. Like the way he misses people. Like, fam, I know you're not a point guard, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, right? You don't pay Noel, man. I didn't want them to pay Noel. Like, no, let Noel walk. He played great. If I'm not mistaken, he got some votes for Defensive Player of the Year. I think some. But dude, you let him walk. You let him walk, let him get paid. You don't keep him here. You draft centers. You can literally draft a running shot blocking center easily in the second round. Mitchell Robinson, aka. You can do that. That's why that position is so easily filled. Just go in the draft and get him. That's why I'm like, why did you pay them guys? Like D Rose, I was 100% sure. I'm not gonna lie, I thought D Rose was gonna leave. Well, you paid D Rose, yes. Everybody else, no, you don't.
All right, so Anthony has a question. All right, would you trade Julius Randle for Jeremy Grant?
No, because I just literally read a Bleacher Report that said they want 2 first-round picks for Grant. They are out of their mind.
Shit.
They are out of their mind if they think they're going to get 2 picks for Grant. I mean, yes, if the price was right, but they want 2 first-round picks. That ain't happening. I'm not giving up Grant for 2 first-round picks.
Yeah. By the way, shout out to everyone in the chat. We have 64 people in here. We got Chef Zay from Nothing But Knicks on here. Make sure you sub up Nothing But Knicks. Sub up Legion of Knicks podcast as well. Just sub up everyone in the Knicks community.
No, screw those guys. They suck. I'm telling you guys they suck. No, I'm joking. They don't suck.
Trade D Rose to Chicago, someone says. Yo, you have a good one as well, Ballin. Appreciate you tuning in. Let's see what else we got here. Good trade, Randall for Grant. I like Grant, but he's not someone that should be your top option.
No.
Like, I like what he did with Denver. He wasn't the top option. He was that spark plug, plays good defense. Like, I respect that he's expanded his game, but I feel like he's kind of like Randall also. Why'd he go to Detroit? Because he wanted the bag, and he wanted to be that top option. Like, he's not a top option. I feel like he's similar to Randall.
He's in that tier.
Yeah, he's just a mid-tier guy. I agree with you. Who came to New York because of Johnny Bryant? Who came to New York?
Who came?
Yeah, I wonder who's talking. Oh, Alec Burks maybe because he played for Utah.
Yeah, but again, right? You pay him for a year. That's what you do, man.
Funny thing though, if we shot better from the foul line, we have a better. We just haven't done anything right. This team shoots so many threes for a team that's not a good 3-point shooting team. It's just
this team is just all around.
No identity.
Man. No, literally zero. I don't know what this team is, and we don't know.
And Tibbs is all about like fundamentals, holding guys accountable. Like,
that's a lie. He's
exactly.
a liar.
Like, where's our identity this year? No one's communicating. It looks like no one consistently gives a shit. Like, at all.
No one cares. And then, I mean, you hear the reports that, some players are complaining about, what is it? Some players are complaining about, the same treatment of players.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's
yeah. Devin. Like, I've been tough on RJ, but I overreact over everything. So he says, I think I was wrong about RJ. It's looking like RJ will become an all-star. I hope so, man.
I'll say this.
Go ahead.
I'm going to be honest with you, Clutch. I like the way he's playing. Got to get the efficiency up
I
because right
agree.
now it's 40-something%. But if RJ can start off, this is the thing, and I think also what killed RJ's efficiency was that very bad stretch of basketball. Like RJ goes through this bad stretch of basketball
Every year so
where,
far.
every year, and it's like we go. He goes to the G League. He needs to play with the G League players, or no. So I think if RJ gets off to a strong start next year, because my goal is for him to be an All-Star next year. That's my goal for him next year.
Kind of has
And,
to be.
and it's most likely his goal next year too, is to be an All-Star. So
Mm-hmm.
I think he has a chance to do it, man. Because what I'm trying to think of the shooting guards. Well, we got James Harden and Zach LaVine, so and DeMar DeRozan.
Never know with the All-Star voting though. Wiggins made it as an All-Star starter over Booker
Hey,
and Edwards.
if Wiggins can do it, RJ, you can do it,
Bring
man.
another Canadian there.
Come on.
Well, I feel like Wiggins got a lot of shit for that. Do I think he should have been a starter? No.
He should have been a reserve though.
Yeah, like that's another example. The Warriors find rules for players. Him on the Timberwolves.
Why are people so mad? He's not gonna next year is gonna be Klay Thompson again. So
yeah,
let Wiggins have this.
And before you know, in a few years, it's probably gonna be Kuminga. They're just gonna have everyone.
Yo, I hate the Warriors.
I hate how well their team is constructed. Like they can compete for a championship now. Like they just find these gems.
It sucks because besides maybe the Wiseman pick,
yeah,
because they could have. I mean, Jesus Christ, if they would have had LaMelo, Jesus, that would have been nasty. LaMelo coming off the bench, ouch.
Could you imagine LeVar though? He would just freaking.
Oh yeah, he would. Yeah, you know what's crazy? I think that's why they didn't draft him.
It's possible
because I think it's clear that LaMelo. Yeah, I think it worked out for LaMelo in the long run anyway because he's not a backup. He's a lead guard. But I will say this though, man. God, being a Warriors fan must be heaven. It's like you got the best shooter, you got Klay, you got a coach, you got a true culture there, and it's like you can't screw. Even in the draft, you can't screw up. Like you finessed the Wolves and got Wiggins and got a first round pick out of it, and it wasn't protected, and they tanked. It just sucks, man. Ugh.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Warriors got lucky. We're not even getting into Stephen Curry draft night. We're not getting to that.
No. See, can people look? I know people want to kill the Knicks.
Jordan, no.
But you could. There's nothing the Knicks could have did. I mean, could they have traded up to go get him? Yeah, but no one thought
doing that.
But no one thought the Golden State Warriors. And mind you, let's be transparent. This is 2008 or 2007, whatever. 2008. No one does two point guard backcourts. Back then.
Mm-hmm.
So when they drafted him, they already had Monte Ellis.
We can't say a team didn't draft point guards with back-to-back picks though, because the Timberwolves did that.
Yo, you know what pisses me off about people killing the Knicks? Does no one really talk about the freaking Timberwolves drafting?
Because they're such a small market, no one really cares about them.
Yeah, no, I know, but they drafted 2 point guards
back
to back.
Ricky Rubio.
Did you ever hear the story? Did you ever hear the story about why they didn't draft Steph Curry?
I'm sure it's as stupid as the Kings not drafting Luka because they didn't like his dad.
It's pretty up there though. It might be worse because I think the GM, because the GM was talking to Steph Curry, and he knew Steph Curry liked to golf, and there's no golf courses in Minnesota, so he was like, "Oh, dude, I don't want to do that to you." So he's like, "I didn't draft him because of that."
No way, that's real. If that's
it was something like that where he was cool with Steph Curry. He just didn't want to draft because he knew Steph Curry liked to golf.
That's wild.
Can my job stop making me want to not work?
No, you're good, man. You're good. John Wall is the last. Oh, if we trade for John Wall, I'm done. I know there was that unreliable source that came out, but obviously I wouldn't be done. I would still be rooting for this team because I'm a fan like that. But sports critic, yeah, I do like your Magic. Like Franz Wagner, I didn't think he was going to be as good as he's been this rookie season. I thought it was going to be flipped. Like Suggs would be better. Suggs, he's getting a little better. Like he's going to go through some struggles. Some guys just develop later than others. But I made a video on Franz Wagner. I don't know if you saw that, but I really like this game. All right, just because he won Coach of the Year last year does not give you a reason for him not to be fired because it's the same shit. Like He was great with the Bulls at the beginning, ended up being fired. The same thing with the Timberwolves. Like, the honeymoon phase is over. We made it to the playoffs last year, but he's just doing things you can't defend at all. You just can't defend him. He's not making adjustments. He's not holding everyone accountable. He should be responsible for us struggling in the third quarter. People want to put it on the players, but he needs to put these guys in the position to be successful. He needs to have these guys ready, and they're not ready this year. You could rewind the stream, but we talked about a lot of things when it comes to Tibbs. He doesn't develop the young guys. If you want a longevity winner, Tibbs is not your guy. Tibbs is not your guy at all. There's just so much that goes into it. If you want to check out my video, I made a video on it. Yeah, we might not even get anything for Kemba. We might as well just waive him. Yeah, trust, but we can't be in this position that it's or we can't have this mindset, this loser, this mediocre mindset that we haven't had a good coach in a while, so we gotta stay with Tibbs, because that's how you're mediocre forever. You just accept being okay. Our ceiling's gonna be limited as long as he's here. It's just true. We're just gonna be stuck in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I wonder if Kemba will retire. It's interesting to really think about. Ben Simmons going to Brooklyn. Did that just happen, or you think that's happening? Because the James Harden trade? Yeah, Dwayne Casey won Coach of the Year, and then he got fired. But that was last year at the end of the day. What's going on this year? He doesn't learn. He's stubborn. I'd rather watch his tank, because at least you would know that there's a chance. I know the draft's not definite. It's a crapshoot. But what does making it to the play-in do? Making it to the play-in does nothing. Because most of these guys aren't going to be here moving forward. So what do you really get out of it?
Yeah.
I'm not saying the tank, but there's no direction that way.
Yeah. I mean, look, right? We're already tanking. We're already tanking without tanking. I mean, look, right? Getting into, to me at this point, getting playing is, like you said, is useless. What's the point? We're gonna get. So you guys really want to go face the Bulls or the Milwaukee Bucks and get mollywopped?
Play the Warriors next. That should be great.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, RJ again, right? And if Thibs cares, he should not play RJ. I'm saying that right now. RJ should not play.
Start.
Reddish should start. Really, he should.
It's gonna be Burks though, probably.
Yeah, we all know that. Yeah.
Can't stand this shit.
I will say this though. I said it earlier. I think this was
Go ahead.
I think this is Kemba. Last night was Kemba's last game as a Knick.
So you think he'll be traded today?
He's either be traded or they're gonna waive him.
I agree. We're not gonna get anything for him. We're not. But who knows? Leon Rose loves the second round picks. We may get a second round pick.
2023, baby. Second round picks.
King Jaw says the Lakers will pick up Kemba. Oh yeah, they can go get another old player. The Lakers are a mess. Giannis is terrific. What do you have, over 40, and he only had 3 missed field goals?
Yep, I think he was 17 for 20.
Yeah, it was the first time a player's done that since Kareem and Wilt Chamberlain. That's just insane.
That sounds so nasty.
That's crazy. No one's done it these past 20 years. That's just wild.
I'm letting Knicks fans know right now. You do not want Russell Westbrook. You're going to be pissed off.
Who said that? Someone said that?
Well, there's been talks that, the Knicks could trade, which, yes, in the long run, it makes sense, contract, but it really doesn't make sense because, look, right, you can't go over the cap for RJ, so when his extension comes up, so you can't have cap space in a year and a half, I think, from now, but just don't do it. You'll be you're frustrated with Rando. Oh my God. Could you imagine? Listen, between Thibs and Westbrook, I couldn't watch that.
Yeah, and if I'm RJ and see we traded for Westbrook, I'm just demanding a trade at that point. If you're about developing young guys or developing players, that all goes out the window even more. Just rip RJ's career. He never got in the damn ball.
Oh yeah. No.
Knicks just I saw Guillermo posted that on his community tab. and apparently he's not great or something like that.
Oh, so Clutch. There's a crazy story with that dude. You should just look it up.
You should. Do you know at the top of your head?
His name?
No. Do you know the story?
Yeah, I don't want. It's kind of not appropriate.
Okay.
Well, I won't say it's not. So I guess he was having an affair with someone in the Timberwolves.
Oh, great. We need that.
Or is either he was having an affair with one of the women in the Timberwolves office, or he was having an affair with somebody's wife in the Timberwolves. He was having an affair with somebody that he wasn't supposed to be doing.
Okay.
Yeah. So whenever you get a chance, look up that story.
Yeah, I will. Imagine Russ and Randall playing together. I don't want to.
I'm not watching the TV. I can't. I just couldn't do it.
Well, RJ has an ankle injury. He's probably not playing tomorrow, but I don't know like how many days he's going to be out. That's I trust. He's an ultimate troll. This man came in here defending Tibbs, and now he says that's normal drama.
Wait, what? Someone having an affair?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give that energy, but okay. Normal for you, I guess.
Tibbs for Westbrook is in the works. Gosh. What the hell are you talking about? Ronnie says Tibbs is set in his ways and he'll never change. Bring in Atkinson this offseason. That's what I wanted from the beginning because he played the young guys. The offense is a lot better. He's kind of the complete opposite of Tibbs. And he was also with the Knicks as well.
Yeah. I think he was with the Knicks when we were good too. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm pretty sure. What was he there in 2013? Or he was a part of Linsanity too. I
think he was. Yeah. I mean, look, is Kenny Atkinson perfect? No. But and also I think Kyrie and all them dudes were wrong for getting him fired. I thought they would be a way better offensive team with Kenny Atkinson, but they clearly didn't want his style of play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But we want Tibbs that no one moves without the ball or anything. Let's see what else. What's up, MH? How you doing, man?
Hey, what's good, MH? What's up, man?
Yeah, people getting smoked out here for that. Johnny Bryant will be the next coach. I'm not going to say Johnny Bryant's going to be a good coach, Kenny Payne, or anything until they prove it. But I don't want the Knicks, I swear, this would be the most Knicks thing, if we just hire Johnny Bryant to try to get Donovan Mitchell. Like, that would just be a whole Fizdale thing if he doesn't work out. You can't be thinking that way. Like,
you can't because, again, right, can we for once get one player just to walk in without trading for them? That would prove me something more than trading for them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can we get a guy? And I know it's hard because I know teams don't like to let go of players for nothing. But I think Donovan Mitchell does want to be a Knick one day. I really do. You know, his father was a Mets player and all that. Yeah. I think he's from New York. Well, he's from Connecticut. Don't let him fool you. He's from Connecticut. He's from Greenwich.
Is he?
Yeah, he doesn't like to claim Connecticut. Nobody likes to, but it's all right. But no, because you know what's funny? I remember I could have seen him because he did a Boys and Girls Club in Connecticut and Greenwich, and Frank was there. So
Frank was. Oh, he's friends with Donovan.
Yeah.
Frank's just a likable guy. He's not a
great player. I love Frank.
Nice guy though.
I love Frank.
I feel like. Oh, by the way, a big shout out to Pinson. You saw the Jason Kidd interview?
No.
He was pretty much talking about Pinson saying he's our MVP. Like he's always like clapping it up for people. Like Pinson obviously didn't play, but
people don't like to people don't like to admit this, but I thought that was a big loss for the Knicks.
Oh, I agree.
See, that's why I just wasn't a big fan of what Leon Rose did in the offseason a little bit because, bro, you took out, like, to me, we should have brought back D Rose, Theo Pinson, and Reggie Bullock. If you're going to keep anybody from the old squad, those three guys. Keep those three guys. You let Noel walk. You let Burks walk. And you keep those guys because those guys to me were just really – and you keep Taj too, but Taj is going to stay regardless. I know Taj is going to stay. But you keep those guys. You don't keep – to me, just a journeyman and just Noel. It's that his freaking terror. We need to get him Stickum.
He's probably best friends with Evidicum, honestly.
Oh my God, those two couldn't catch a cold in a freaking phone booth. Jesus.
Has the world tested positive ever?
For what? Oh, COVID?
Yeah.
I don't want to say that word. I don't know.
Okay, makes sense. Can't catch anything.
He might have the cure. He might have the cure, man.
Oh,
Oh Jesus.
I just did not want him back at all. He's just. I hate to be this person because he had huge momentum blocks last year, like the block he had on Finney Smith. He had big time plays.
Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, but he plays soft. Like
he does.
He's soft to me.
I thought he did what he had to do to get paid. Truthfully, and I was really happy for him because I know he messed up his bag in Dallas when he could have had that big contract, and he bet on himself. But dude, the way Leon Rose just did it, I didn't like it. I really didn't like our offseason. Like,
I know why he did it though, because I feel like Noel, he didn't look at him as like some great player, but he was looking at the mistakes from the Knicks in the past. Like, we need to build a good culture, so we're gonna bring back our guys.
No, so I got that. No, that I didn't like it, but I got what he was trying to do.
Yeah,
I did see what he was trying to do, which, if you really think about it, it did make sense to do. Yeah, why would you? Because you would have had some fans like, yo, why did he not bring back? We had a good season. Why would he not bring that? I get it. So it's a tough situation. And look, as a GM, you're not going to be perfect. And I know we all say stuff because, again, we have the power of hindsight.
Yeah.
We have the power of hindsight. So, I mean, I'm not going to lie, though. Me, you, Guillermo, we would have did the Knicks better, though, personally.
I think anyone would have. Like, someone commented, like, it's just such common sense. Like, how does Tibbs not understand what he's doing at all? Like,
I heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard like this. I'm like, I don't want to say beef, but it's like, I don't say he's disregarding some of the coaches.
Who, Tibbs?
Yeah, he's disregarding some of what the coaches.
We're missing Mike Woodson. I feel like he would have listened to Mike Woodson more because he was a proven head coach in the league.
Yeah,
he was more of an offensive guy. I feel like no one really talks about him enough, and I think he's doing a great thing over there in Indiana.
Yeah, no, I think he is.
So Mike Woodson's my favorite Knicks coach that I've seen. So I'm happy for Mike Woodson.
He's mine too. Well I was really young when Jeff Van Gundy was into like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
So I didn't really get to understand that. So to me, dude, I seen Isaiah Thomas. I seen what's my other dude name from the Pistons? What was his name? Oh, Larry Brown. I seen Larry Brown be the head coach of the Knicks. I seen Isaiah Thomas.
Derek Fisher.
Oh my God.
We saw Kurt Rambis step in. There was
Kurt Rambis. I mean,
Thibodeau, obviously. Hornacek.
You know what we should do?
We've had so many depth. This is so unhealthy. Like the freaking Giants now. Like the Giants are the Knicks. Like,
oh, dude. After Tom Coughlin, this went downhill.
This is just so.
You know what we gotta do? You know what we gotta do one day, bro? We should do like during the summertime when it's like boring.
What?
We should do the worst coach. The worst coach. Like we should rank the coaches from.
It's funny that you brought that up because I did.
What?
Okay, it was a little delayed. So I made a video like with my friend before, like all the moves Phil Jackson has made like throughout his career, and we're just laughing at that shit.
Oh, dude, that's a compilation by itself. But yo, we should do that one day during the summertime. We should do who's the worst. We should go from worst to the worst of who is the worst head coach of after Jeff Van Gundy.
That's a good idea. We'll definitely do that.
Something like that during it, because summertime be boring and that many videos.
Yeah, not much to talk about. We know Guillermo's gonna do all his draft videos. Like, because I don't pretend to know that. Like, I could break down film and that type of stuff. I just watch a player and then I keep it real. So, but if you want to see like those film breakdowns, go to Legion of Knicks podcast.
Yeah, Guillermo has. I don't know how Guillermo does that, man. Like I watch a couple college games and like I understand like the top like maybe 15 guys.
Mm-hmm.
But he goes to like you seen Zawabi Nabumbo? I'm like, bro, who?
I didn't know that.
Dude, he could run the Spain pick and roll. I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah, dude, I guess so, but nah, Guillermo's gonna do that. I mean, look, I think you pinned one of my comments. Like, let's get ready for March Madness, boys.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, I think look, it's probably towards the end of the month. I know a lot of people most Knicks channels are probably gonna get into the draft and look at and get ready for March Madness and see who the Knicks could possibly pick. You know what's gonna piss me off though? You know what's gonna really piss me off though, Clutch?
What?
If the Knicks continue to play this bad, right?
We
Because
will.
you know what's gonna happen, right? There's gonna be a reporter like, so who do you guys want to get in the draft? He's gonna ask one of the players, oh, you guys are getting a position for the lottery. Oh no, we don't do that. We're not playing to lose. Fam, shut up. I hate when players do that. They
I'm
be like,
not ready for that.
I hate when players do that because they be like, oh, we don't care about draft position. We don't care about fam. I need the energy in the beginning of the season. Like, because I know someone's gonna do that.
I agree with you. I agree with you to an extent. When Randall says that, it pisses me off because he's in a huge control of things. But when RJ says it, it's just like,
yeah,
I can't blame. There's not a certain level of blame like Julius Randle. But when Tibbs and Randall says it, I'm like, oh, this is something that was going on like through my mind. I was trying to remember what I was gonna say. Like these third quarters, no one talks about it. Everyone's gonna blame the players, like the players not executing. But Tibbs is supposed to have these guys ready in the third quarter, and it's happened every season.
They're never
For whatever
ready.
reason, they're just not motivated, and we just play awful.
Yeah, third quarters you just ready for you just get. You know what's crazy, man? It's to the point now that I feel like, even though it's hard to say this, the Knicks need to be up big in the second quarter so that they can brace themselves for that collapse in the third quarter, so that the game can be at least close by the end of by the beginning of the fourth quarter, because it is that bad. Like, oh, I really need to see what they do in halftime.
I don't know what the hell they're talking about. I really don't.
I don't understand what they do during halftime because this is terrible, man.
It is really bad. Jacob says, I feel like if we played our young guys, the ball movement would be better. Well, we've seen it. It is better. And especially on the defensive end as well. These guys are hungry and want to play. We haven't talked about Grimes, and I'm not going to, I know some people are really, really excited about Grimes. Like, Knicks Twitter or something else. Like, there's no in-between for players when it comes to Knicks fans. They're either the next superstar or they're just trash. There's no in-between.
There's no
Grimes,
in-between.
He has one bad shooting night, he sucks. If he has a good shooting night, he's the next Klay Thompson. Oh, look at that form. Look at the way he catches the basketball. Like, oh, he looks so beautiful out there on the court. Those are literally Knicks fans.
Remember when Deuce had, I think, 17-9 or something like that, or 18-9?
I'm not gonna lie, I hyped that up because I really like Deuce.
No, me too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that got me excited. But look, right? I mean, you're not lying though, Jacob. I mean, I just feel like we got like this. You know what pissing me off though, Clutch?
What?
What can Deuce do that would be so much worse than Kemba? That's what that's the thing that really bothers me the most with Thibs. And I guess some people be like, well, he's a rookie. Fam, he literally can't do worse than what Kemba's giving you. At least Deuce can give you defense.
Yeah.
At least Deuce can make it hard on people. I mean, yeah, he's a rookie. He's gonna, like you always say, he's gonna make mistakes and he's probably gonna foul. But it's frustrating because it's like, yo, you then next year, right, when Deuce gets more playing time, he makes these rookie mistakes. Everyone like, yo, what is he doing, bro? He didn't play.
Yeah, exactly.
To make the mistakes. Like, people kill RJ, but it's like RJ at least went through the mistakes early. And I mean, he's still going through them. Again, he's only 21, but he's still going through them. But yo, he gets a chance to do that. It's like, yo, you do this with Deuce. It's like, yo, give him some minutes. To me, the season's over. I mean, me, you, almost everybody agrees. Season's over.
Yeah, and I think like rookie mistakes are kind of overrated because we see Julius Randle make rookie mistakes like he's multiple years in the league. Like, everyone's gonna make mistakes. I think it's kind of just an excuse. Like,
Randle still can't get out of a double team.
Yeah, let's not even talk about that. Gosh. Wait, can you hear that or no?
Well, hear what?
Okay, just someone randomly is calling me right now. It's kind of annoying. A team that would make sense would surround RJ with 4 3-and-D players. So the league, yeah, we need to surround the right pieces around RJ. I'm not saying RJ is that number one option moving forward, but you got to surround the right personnel around these players. And by the way, I'm not hating on Grimes. I like Grimes. I know mad people are hating on me right now.
No. But Grimes is what he is. I think if Grimes figures everything out, he could be a poor man's Danny Green.
I was actually going to compare him to that.
Yeah, I think that's his ceiling. But here's the thing, though, right? See, the thing is, you can though. Right now, RJ can. If you put RJ next to Cam, next to Quentin Grimes,
Hmm.
then come on now. Like to me, if you come out of this, if you had a lineup of McBride, Cam, RJ, and Grimes, and Mitch, man,
Yeah,
you're talking about a young lineup that can switch, young lineup that can play defense, they can move with their players. I would like to see a lineup like that.
and they would run probably as well. We know Tibbs teams like last year we were the slow grinded out team. We're still like nearly the bottom of the pack, like when it comes to pace. Like I just want to see energy out there. It just seems like everyone's just sleepwalking out there. It's just so frustrating to see. It's just not fun to watch. It's
No,
just bad basketball.
no, it definitely is.
And when you said poor man Danny Green, do you mean Danny Green right now or when he was with the Spurs? Because
No, no, no.
I'm
What do
not
you?
taking the poor man versus the Danny Green right
No,
now.
no, no. That dude can't shoot a brick right now. Yeah, I'm talking about Spurs, Danny Green.
Oh, I loved Danny Green when he was on the Spurs. Those NBA Finals, what was it? Was it Game 5 or Game 6? He like broke Ray Allen's Finals 3-point record playing up against Ray Allen. But then, of course, later in the game, Ray Allen hit that huge three. I remember I was rooting for the Spurs because I just hated that Heat team.
Everybody hated the Heat team.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I appreciate them now, though.
Why is
Like
that?
I appreciate that LeBron now. I appreciate that LeBron.
Why? Because what you saw the Warriors do and all these other teams now?
Yeah, I mean LeBron was a beast, man. LeBron was a beast in Miami. That dude was different.
Yeah, he was for sure. RJ Grimes, Reddish, that power forward and center that could stretch the floor. And Mitch brought up a good point the other day. Like Mitch is playing good basketball, but that like it's not an insult to say that we don't want Mitch on this team. Like even though he's playing good basketball, just because he's playing good doesn't mean he fits this team. Like we still need different personnel at center, in my opinion. Um, Hire Jeff Van Gundy if Tibbs. Jeff Van Gundy don't want to coach no more. I doubt he wants to coach.
Yeah, I don't think that's what he wants.
Sam Cassell will be the Knicks next head. What are you talking about right now?
Sam Cassell.
I know he's on the Sixers coaching staff right now.
Sam Cassell's cool. I mean,
Looks like an alien though. A pick, and if Westbrook won't resign, why are we talking about Westbrook? B. Simmons says he's from Connecticut.
Hey, what part of Connecticut? I'm not gonna tell everybody where I'm from, but I'm from the New Haven County.
There you go. Salute family. What's going on, Sincere? The genius, how you, man? Should have maxed Vincent on a minimum year deals. Glue players. And that's why I want to keep Grimes. Do I think Grimes going to be a star? No. Do I think he's a crazy ceiling? No, but he's a glue guy. You could never have enough 3-and-D players. That's why I wanted Mikal Bridges. And I would give credit to MH. He wanted Sadiq Bey. Because he was like, Sadiq Bey will probably make an impact for this team. Like, there's no way we're going to mess him up. If he's playing well with the Pistons, he would probably play well here. Just the Knicks need to stop swinging for the fences and just overthinking picks. Just take a good basketball player. I don't care about their age.
Yes.
By the way, we have 100 in the chat. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, Sirski.
Really appreciate that. Nerlens has small hands compared to his size. Does he? I never really paid attention to that.
Does he really have small hands?
I don't know if that's just an excuse or what. But Kwame Brown had small hands. I know that. Stephen A. Smith would talk about this shit all the time. What else we got here? I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Yo, what's going on, Coley? How are you? He says Grimes going to be something more. The way he plays, same goes for McBride. I really like McBride. They just both play so hard out there on the floor. But MH made a good point. Why are we always drafting guys it's Tibbs style? It's Tibbs style. I don't care what his style is. Just be good at the game of basketball.
Seriously.
Stephen Font. Yo, what's going on? How are you, Stephen? Tibbs has to go, period. Trade Mitch, sell high. All right, what do you think Mitch's trade value is, Isaiah? I don't know how much longer he got, but what do you think his trade value is?
Probably get a first out of him right now.
A first? I'm trying to think, what team would take a guy like Mitch? The Hornets, they need a big. With him, it's going to make me jealous. We don't, bless you.
Thank you.
It's going to make me jealous, but seeing LaMelo and Mitch, oh my God, that would just be fun to watch. I can't defend the Mafia anymore. I feel like Leon Rose still has a plan.
He
Like
does.
he's looking towards the future. He's looking longevity wise, but he doesn't have the right coach to really execute that plan. But you could also say that's on him. He's the one that hired Tibbs. But they're just not on the same page. They're just not. It's just obvious. Pistons want Mitch. I saw that.
Yeah, they
It
want to
should
play
have been
with
gone
Cade.
2 months ago. I don't know about that, but go ahead.
Yeah, I know they wanted to pair him with Cade.
Yeah.
I don't think Mitch is going anywhere. Well, he clearly can now. This thing that pissed me off with the Knicks, right, is that because Noel is playing bad. Now, if I'm Mitch's agent, and if he had like 13 of them, if I'm Mitch's agent, I use that against him. Like, yo, this dude sucks. You need my guy. Pay me. But we'll see. We'll see how the negotiation goes.
We got a Jazz fan in the chat. He's always tuning in. I never understood how he found my channel because it's always been like Knicks content. Maybe because I make some broad NBA content there and there. But he says if the Knicks could get rid of Tibbs and get Dame without, gosh, I feel so bad for Dame. But it's kind of on him. He's a loyal dude. He doesn't want to leave.
That dude's in an abusive relationship. You don't even know it.
He's in a toxic relationship right now. Without giving up Toppin and Randall, they're a playoff team.
That's not happening. Because if you're not giving Paul, it sounds so weird to say that. If I'm not giving up Toppin, if I'm not giving up Obi, that means you getting RJ or.
And we just talked about longevity winner. Why the hell would we? Because we're gonna have to give up hella picks. Like,
yeah,
we're gonna be good for a couple years, but you're gonna give up the entire future just to improve like one more round. Like,
see, because this is the thing when Knicks fans do. I'm not coming at Spider Mitchell, but this is the thing I want Knicks fans to realize. So when you give a guy like this, right, you got to ask yourself: are you better than the Bucks? Are you better than the Sixers? Are you better than the Nets? Are you better than the Bulls? You got to ask those questions when you get.
We're not. Especially, we don't even have the talent. Like, we don't. We're not even close to matching that. Agent says RJ Buckets is injured and might not. He's probably not gonna play at all.
He's not probably, yeah.
But Tibbs is dumb. Who knows? The unstoppable force Julius on offense was great, but a tragedy on the defensive end of the floor. Perimeter defense, as usual, was horrific. Yeah, I agree with you.
Hey, Coach, I'm gonna be going at 5:30 because I gotta close up the store.
All right, no problem, man. No problem. Let's see what else. Just reading the chat now. I feel like we talked about Tibbs a lot. We talked about a lot of things going on. Yeah, salute all NBA fans.
Yeah, this season's been weird in the NBA. It's been weird. I don't know how to describe this season. It's like the Nets we thought were good. We thought the Lakers would be good. We all thought the Knicks were going to be good. Well, not good. We thought the Knicks would be continuing what they were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this season's been kind of weird. It's like I feel like small market teams are winning right now.
The Cavs, Grizzlies, and I'm happy for Cavs fans because they were probably like, "Oh shit, here we go again." When LeBron left.
Yeah, like, you knew it's crazy. Yeah, see, but I'm happy for them, but I'm pissed off at the same time because it's like, you know what's crazy? They're a lucky franchise too. I thought about that the other day. How many number one first round picks they got? Like a gazillion.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish LeBron would leave and we just you get a Kyrie Irving, one of the best point guards. Anthony Bennett, that didn't work out.
You know what's crazy? There's been talks about him leaving to go back to Cleveland.
Who, Kyrie?
No, LeBron.
What's that?
But LeBron always does this though. When he sees the team,
such a weirdo.
Yeah, he is.
He's gonna get Westbrook traded soon. We know he's 100%. The GM. How are the Knicks gonna sell? I feel like we are. Just who the hell wants our guys right now? I wonder if we're trying to sell Fournier or we're keeping him. I know Burks better be sold. I don't even care what we get for him. I just want him off this team, honestly.
Well, I think I'm not so mad about Fournier. He's been playing better.
Yeah, I agree.
And after this year and next year, you could trade that contract, and I think if he continues the way he's playing, you can get something for him.
Yeah. It's been shooting it well lately. Why do we keep wanting old players? I don't know. Kemba, we could add him to the list of washed up guards.
Oh, that's another list we got to do.
Oh my!
That's a very long video.
Yeah, we're just gonna make fun of the Knicks. The Knicks wouldn't be at the bottom of the Eastern Conference if we fired Tibbs. I actually think it would be the opposite. Because I feel like we would be the same right now. Like, Tibbs is a part of the problem, but it's also not like if we fire him, we're going to be much better or anything like that. Because we could hate on Tibbs, but is Randall going to improve? Like, maybe we put him in a better position to be successful. Because I was saying, if Randall gets traded somewhere, he's going to have a totally different role. I feel like they're going to simplify the offense for him. Because I felt like when Randall was successful, when he was successful in New Orleans, he didn't consistently have the ball in his hands. He was moving up without the ball.
He was coming off the bench.
Yeah, Randall thrives when he's not thinking. Like, he should be a reactionary player. And he shouldn't have the ball in his hands like he does. Like, we treat him like he's Carmelo. The Knicks did just make a move. Oh, yeah, we talked about that. Mitch loves MSG. Well, Tyrese Halliburton, he was talking about how we wanted to, like, turn Sacramento around a few days ago and just make them better. And they traded his ass. So you never know. I'm scared that we'll rush RJ back.
I think with the RJ thing, real quick, I'm praying he doesn't play. I hope he doesn't play tomorrow. Let's just take our ass with him like men. Let's get our ass kicked. Hopefully we can see Grimes come back and maybe Cam get some minutes. He's probably not gonna play. After that, our next game is Saturday. He might play Saturday. Who knows?
Hopefully this game is not nationally televised.
I think it might be because it is. I think it's TNT.
Great. Free KO. We're not gonna. The only reason Cam played is because Grimes out. Great show, fellas. But yeah, we won't see Cam until like Burks is gone.
Yeah.
But who even knows?
I think you're gonna see Cam after the All-Star break.
It's possible. Because I feel like Leon Rose is gonna like go to Tibbs, go to the organization, and say, "This team clearly isn't it. Like, if we haven't even figured it out yet, I don't think we're gonna figure it out this season. We got to look towards the future and see what these young guys got. But will Tibbs listen to him? That's the main thing.
See, but I think the only way to do that is you gotta kind of sabotage Tibbs a little bit and take the veterans away from him.
Yeah, it's the only way. I agree. But yeah, we'll read the rest of these comments and then I'll let you go, man.
I read it.
So Cavs going far this year. Yeah, they got LeVert too.
They did. They did.
He's nice. If he can stay healthy. There's so many young guys over there. Like, they got Mobley, Jared Allen. I feel like he's not talked about enough. Like, he's been playing like an all-star. Like Garland, even Okoro, he's a nice defender. Just they're a well-constructed team.
Yeah, it's disgusting, man. I'm so mad the way they turn it around.
It's that crazy. Quick. And like, they're a team I was making fun of when they got Markkanen. I'm like, they're gonna have Markkanen, Mobley, and Jared Allen.
Yeah, I mean, of course they're not gonna win it this year. Could they possibly win a playoff series? I don't know about that yet.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on, it's all about the matchup. If they face like a team like the Cat or like the Nets, they're probably gonna get mollywopped.
I have a question. Who do you trust in the playoffs more? Do you trust the Cavs or the Bulls more?
Damn, that's hard. Because I just don't trust DeMar DeRozan in the playoffs.
I was about to say that.
That's the big factor. I just do not trust. I I'm not trying to burst Chicago Bull fans because I know they've been suffering too.
Yeah.
But I know DeMar's been playing like a MVP, but that dude freezes in the playoffs.
Yeah,
he freezes bad in the playoffs.
Yeah, he did it with Toronto. It's just wild, man.
Yeah, I would still go with the Bulls. Just because they, to me, got the right veterans, but it can get ugly real quick for DeMar.
Yeah. I'll read this last comment. Jack says, I love the collab of y'all too. Yeah, I enjoy talking to Isaiah. It's nice to get like a different insight because I know some people want me to collab more.
Oh, yeah, man. Look, it works. That's White Chocolate. I'm Black Thunder Lips.
I thought that was Entertainer's name.
No. Yeah, no. I'm sorry. I love the Entertainer. Nah, that's White Chocolate. Now that's White Chocolate for real. You gonna be light skinned.
Man. A big shout out to Isaiah for coming on the channel. Really do appreciate it. Knicks are going through some tough times right now, but at the end of the day, we have a great fan base. We're always going to root for this team for some reason. And yeah, big shout out to Isaiah for coming on.
No, man, come on, man. I appreciate you more, man, than Putt said Putt says we're Williams and C Webb. Oh, that's hilarious. Now, shout out to Bren Design. I appreciate you too, brother. But now, of course, Clutch, you are the youngest kid. You're the youngest kid killing it. You're rookie of the year. You know what I'm saying? You up against all these giants. You got Legion. You got MBK. You got a lot of other great Knicks channels, and you're just to me, you're one of the best young ones. You're only gonna get better, man. I tell you all the time, bro, that you're your kid killing it, man. And you're gonna keep doing what you're doing. You're gonna be great. I just say this. I gotta tell people. I thought this kid was in college. This kid is in high school. I'm about to get Chris Hansen. That's a very dark joke, but I'm sorry, guys. But nah, man. But I appreciate you, Clutch, man. You're the best, man. We gonna do a couple more. We gonna do these, man, because we still gotta talk about the Giants, man. We gotta get some bad football.
Yeah, we'll go back to that channel.
Shout out
about the draft again.
Yeah. Yeah. But hey, at least we got 2 first-round picks. I'll take that. Two top 10 picks. We can make something happen.
See what happens. Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Rondo's key for them to win. Facts, Clutch Global. Scalabrine appears.
Wait, he called us Brian Scalabrine appears. Yo, did you ever see that videos of Brian Scalabrine like cooking somebody?
I don't know. I don't think I've seen that.
No, so this is video of Brian Scalabrine. Somebody challenged him because he's like, "Yo, you're a bust, bro. You're a bust." He's like, "Okay, bet." He played him. He like demolished this kid, yo.
That's funny. Hey guys, have a great one. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Subscribe for more content. Smash the like button. Peace out, y'all.